Welcome to the Warframe weapon Encyclopedia, where today we're checking out the AkStiletto Prime. Now, just like any other Prime weapon, the only way to get the AkStiletto Prime is to assemble it from its Prime parts, which you can either get yourself by opening relics or by buying them from other players. Relics, however, are rotated in and out quite frequently, so in the description you will find a link to the official AkStiletto Prime Wikipedia page where you can see which relics you want to go for if you want to get this weapon, or if they're even available at the time of you watching this video. The AkStiletto Prime are a pair of Mastery Rank 10 fully automatic secondary pistols that have decent crit, really good status, and they do primarily impact with a decent amount of slash on the side and then a little bit of puncture on top as well. They also come with pretty high fire rate, a lightning fast reload, and their accuracy is decent. I would still stick to medium range if you want to get maximum DPS, but even at long range you can land most of your shots. The AkStiletto Prime are quite versatile because of their really good supporting stats, so you can definitely experiment here quite a bit, but I see them as having like two main builds. The first one is this, where you go for Viral and you try to brute force slash as well, and while this one scales really well, it's kind of annoying because you're still going to be proccing a lot of impact, which actively sabotages your DPS because it makes the enemy flail around, making headshots much more difficult. But then again, slash and Viral is just a great combination that doesn't really care which faction or unit you're fighting. It's gonna do great damage regardless. The second setup, and the one I personally prefer, is more old schoolish, and it's the one where you go with Corrosive and Heat. So you have Jolten Pistol Pestilence and then Primed Heated Charge. The reason I like this setup more is because it has more upfront damage, so it feels much more powerful in lower level stuff, which is what I tend to do. But it's still a fairly well-rounded setup because of the stats of the weapon, because the problem with Corrosive and Heat setups are generally shields, because you have nothing to do with those, unless the weapon has a lot of impact damage, which this does, which will punch through those shields no problem. This is one of my personal favorite secondary weapons in the entire game. It's just really good. It feels awesome, it sounds awesome, it looks awesome, and the damage is not too shabby either. It also kind of addresses the main issue with the standard AkStiletto, which was its horrid ammo economy, because it doesn't actually fire as fast. The standard AkStiletto fires up to 10 rounds per second with no mods, and the Prime only 7.08. And that's actually not the only thing that's worse stat-wise than on the standard AkStiletto, because it also has slightly lower crit chance, but both of these things are more than compensated for with its higher damage and higher crit multiplier. So all in all, the AkStiletto Prime are just a pair of fantastic secondary weapons that you can get as early as Mastery Rank 10, and I would highly recommend you do. They are absolutely fantastic, so I definitely recommend you give them a shot, or two, or few hundred. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say, so I thank you very much for watching. As always guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video and it was helpful, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.